let's talk about love. I mean, what even is it anymore, right? In this crazy, hyper-connected world we live in, it feels like all the rules have changed. Well, today we're going to dig into a philosophical take that might honestly completely flip how you think about modern romance. So, what is love? It's the big one, isn't it? I mean, think about it. We say we love a good meal, and then in the next breath, we say we love our partner. But is that the same love? Come on, we're obviously talking about two totally different things here. Okay, so check this out. Loving an escalope, it's a one-way street. The escalope tastes great, you feel good, but it's not exactly writing you love poems. It doesn't value you back. But loving a person, that's a whole different ballgame. They can value you back. They can look at you and say, you're the star of my life. And that possibility, that reciprocity, that's everything. And this leads us right to the core idea for today. Love isn't just about giving love. It's about the desire to be desired. It's this deep, fundamental human need to be seen as valuable by another person. And bam, right there, that's the source of pretty much all modern romantic anxiety. How do I get desirable, and how in the world do I stay that way? All right, so if the whole game is about being desirable, how do you win? Well, funny enough, the answer used to be super simple. For like centuries, the rulebook was basically written for you. See, back in the day, your value was prescribed. Society just handed you a script. You're a young woman? Be chaste. You're the youngest son? Obey your older brother. Simple. You just followed the rules for your specific role, your age, your gender, your social status, and boom, you were valued. Loved even, by the community. You didn't have to wake up every day and wonder if you were good enough. But then, everything changed. Modernity came crashing in. It was this triple whammy, right? First, you get science questioning all the old traditions. Then you get democracy, and this new focus on individual rights, not just the community. And finally, capitalism comes along and turns everything into something you can buy or sell, including, well, our value. And this quote just nails it. My value was once insured. Now it is quoted in the stock exchange. Wow. Think about that. Your self-worth went from being this solid, guaranteed thing to being a stock. Your personal stock price can go up or down on any given day. Which brings us right to where we are now. Welcome to the free market of desire, a place where you have to constantly, every single day, negotiate your own value. And that, my friends, is where that deep, nagging anxiety comes from. Am I desirable enough? How desirable am I compared to everyone else? So, what's our solution to this never-ending pressure? Well, we fall right into something this philosophy calls the seduction capital trap. Think of seduction capital as the currency in this new marketplace of desire. It's this almost hysterical collection of symbols we think will prove our value. The perfect Instagram photo, the right job title, the number of likes, the cool clothes. It's all just a way to signal to the world, hey, look at me, I'm desirable. And it's easy to look at all this and think, wow, we're so materialistic. But here's the twist. According to this view, it's not about the stuff at all. It's actually the complete opposite. Consumerism isn't materialism, it's driven by something way more sentimental. I love this example. A teenager saves up, buys brand new jeans, and the first thing he does is tear them up at the knees. Is he a materialist who just loves ripped fabric? No way. He's trying to communicate something. He's sending a signal to another mind. His real goal? He wants Jennifer to think he's cool. I mean, what could be more sentimental than that? It's all about the desire to be desired. Okay, so where is this all headed? This constant race to accumulate more and more seduction capital, where does it end? Well, it seems we're standing at a crossroads with two very, very different futures for love. Path number one is basically more of the same, but on steroids. The race for seduction capital just gets more intense. It creates these huge gaps between the romantically rich and poor, and honestly, a whole lot of loneliness. But then there's path number two. It's way more radical. It suggests we could, just give up this desperate need to be valued altogether. And let's be real, that first path looks pretty grim. It's kind of dystopian. Picture this. Dating sites that literally give you a seduction capital score based on your salary and how many clicks you get. Or what if we started treating heartache like a disease, calling it one-itis, an infection that needs to be eliminated with a pill? And then people whipping out a card with their genome on it to check for reproductive compatibility? It sounds nuts, but it's kind of the logical endpoint of where we're headed. But okay, deep breaths. Thankfully, there is another way, a way out. And it all starts with something pretty radical and honestly, kind of funny. It's an act of total self-acceptance. And it begins with this little gem of a quote. I'm useless, but rest assured, so are you. I know it sounds harsh, but stick with me. The idea is that to break free from this whole trap, you first have to admit that you, on your own, are kinda useless. And here's the punchline, the wonderfully freeing part. So is everybody else. So what does that mean? It means none of us have this built-in inherent value. Our value comes from the desire of other people. So really, we're all just imposters, right? We're all putting on a performance, trying to be this perfect, desirable person. And once you realize that everyone is faking it till they make it, just like you, man, that takes so much pressure off. And when you accept that, it opens the door for a whole new kind of love. Let's call it tenderness. Tenderness is what happens when you stop demanding perfection from your partner. It's when you start not just accepting their weaknesses, but actually finding them charming, happy even. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about becoming some sad couple of orderlies who just patch each other up. Not at all. It's about finding a new kind of charm. It's a joyful, funny acceptance of the fact that we're all a bit of a mess. It's about finding the beauty, the poetry, in just how awkward we all are together. Which really just leaves us with one big question, doesn't it? In a world that is so obsessed with being perfect and performing all the time, could it be that self-mockery, just being able to laugh at ourselves and with each other, is the one thing that could actually save modern love?